So welcome everyone to today's yoga sequence. Today we will focus on opening up those hips, stretching the hamstrings and also stretching the lower back. Before we begin, just a few precautions. So ladies, if you are pregnant or suspect you might be pregnant, then this is not the class for you, especially if you're in the first trimester. It's best that you speak to your doctor or your midwife to see if it's okay for you to practice yoga. Also, you can also check out some pregnancy yoga videos on YouTube, just that I am not qualified to teach pregnancy yoga. Okay. Second of all, if you have any injuries, again, just get them checked out with your doctor to make sure that you're okay to be doing exercises, even just stretches like yoga stretches. I'd hate for you to injure yourselves further, so just bear that in mind. And lastly, if this is your first time trying yoga, thank you for joining me. And my advice is for you to just take it easy with yourself, okay? I'm sure you've got ideas in your head of how you're supposed to look in these yoga poses. Don't worry about that. Just do what you can without overexerting yourself, without pushing yourself beyond your limits. Listen to your body, breathe deeply, and just go with it, okay? Excellent. So, we're going to get started seated on the mat. You can have your legs cross-legged, or if this is a bit too uncomfortable for your knees or your hips, then you can have the legs extended out in front of you. But we're just going to, excuse me, do some stretches with the neck and the shoulders just to kind of get ourselves warmed up a little bit. Okay? Alright. So to begin, we're going to bring the right ear towards the right shoulder and then slowly bring the left ear down to the left shoulder. So just alternating each side. We're just going to take our time. Keeping your breathing deep and steady. Nice. We're going to do one more time, both sides. So we'll come over to the right side. And slowly over to the left. So you should feel that nice pull down the side of your neck. And then we'll bring it up. From here, we're going to jut the chin out. Bring it back in. Jut it out. Bring it back in. Nice, one more time. Jut it out. And bring the head back to center. Excellent. Alright, place the hands either side of you onto the mat. We're going to extend that right arm out and we're going to bring it, curl it over the head so that right hand is going to be touching that left ear. And then you're just going to carefully, slowly tilt the head over to the right side. So again, stretching all down that left side of the neck. So with this right hand on the ear, we're not using it to push the head down. No, we're keeping it gentle, nice and easy here. Slowly bring that head back to center. Extending that left arm, curling that left arm over the head and that left hand over the right ear. And then tilting the head over towards the left side. Nice, guys. And slowly bringing that head back to center. Nice. We'll roll out the shoulders, going back in one direction. Right, we'll go around the other way. Excellent. So from here we're going to bring the arms behind. I'll just turn around to show you. It's going to be sitting upright. Bring the arms behind. You're going to interlace the fingers. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Nice. Slowly release the fingers. This time we'll extend the arms in front, interlacing the fingers here. We're going to push the palms away from the chest. So you should feel that pull between the shoulder blades. And then as a bit of an extra challenge here, so you can do this version with the arms extended, or you can do eagle arms. So bending the arms at 90-degree angles here, and then bringing that right elbow on top of the left, crossing the arms over. And then from here you can keep the forearms straight. And then to make it even more challenging, see if you can wrap that right hand around the left. Making sure, if you're doing eagle arms, to keep the shoulders dropped, but keep the arms up as well. But if you're struggling with eagle arms, don't worry, just go back to doing this one. Okay, let's release the hands, whichever variation you're doing. We're going to bring the arms behind again, interlacing the fingers, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Nice. Carefully unravel those fingers, bringing the arms out in front again, so either interlacing the fingers, pushing the palms away from the chest, or if you want to do eagle arms, this time bringing that left elbow on top of the right, forearms up, or see if you can wrap that left hand around the right. Or if not, we can just keep it here. Nice. So release the hands, we'll just roll the shoulders out, making sure the shoulders and the neck are okay. Excellent. Right, so if you've got the legs extended out in front of you, from here we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, making a nice diamond shape with the legs here. And then if you're also doing this in your living room, you can grab a couple of cushions. You can place a cushion under each knee as well, just for a bit of extra support. Okay, so here we're getting into the hips and the groin area. So if this feels okay and you're in a bit more of a challenge, then see if you can slowly bring the feet towards your groin area. Bring your feet towards you. Just bear in mind, this is a bit more challenging than having the legs out in the diamond shape. So now we're in our butterfly pose. We can flap the wings of the butterfly, so to speak. But we're just going to bring the awareness to the hips here. See how your hips are feeling. Excellent. Right, so from here we're going to keep the left leg bent in front at about a 90-degree angle, and then with that right leg we're also going to bend that right leg. We're going to bring that right knee towards that left foot. Okay. So we're still breathing deeply in through the nose, out through the nose. Cool. And from here we're going to swap the legs over. So we'll carefully come up onto the feet, and then we'll bring the right leg in front, and then we'll keep that left leg bent out to the side, but with that left knee touching that right foot. One more deep breath here, guys. Excellent. All right, so slowly, carefully come out from there. Now from here, we'll come onto our hands and knees to come into our cat-cow pose. Excuse me. So if you've got sensitive knees or this is too much, you can always grab cushions to place under the knees, or you can roll up the mat to place under your knees for just a bit of extra cushioning. Or you can always do this sitting. So you can always come back to this position. But in our cat-cow pose, going to spread the fingers out nice and wide. Cool. And then as you inhale, we're going to arch the back, look up, push the hips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, we're going to round that back, looking down. So then just flow like this. Inhale, arching. Exhales, rounding. And then if you decide to do this seated, it's exactly the same, just seated. So inhale, arch the back, draw the shoulders back. And then your exhales, you're going to round the back, look down. Nice. So just do that a couple more times, whichever variation of the pose you're doing. And then from here, if you're on the hands and knees, I want you to tuck the toes under. Push yourself up into your downward dog. And then if you are seated during cat-cow, then yes, you will need to get onto your hands and knees and push yourself up into your downward dog position. So from here, let's just walk the feet on the spot here. Seeing how the hamstrings are feeling. So we're going to walk the feet towards the hands, coming into our forward fold, keeping the knees bent here. And then we'll slowly come up to stand. Nice. Excellent. Good job. So from here we're going to come to stand at the front of the mat. We're going to step that right leg behind, nice wide stance here. But we're going to have the hips facing forward. We're going to bend that left knee. And now you can come onto your tiptoes on the back foot. Nice. We'll extend those arms up overhead. And if you find that you're struggling in this balance pose, then you can always do it against the wall. Just using the hand, resting the fingertips against the wall, and you can have the other arm extended up. Okay. So coming into our high lunge. Yes. Just a couple more deep breaths here, guys. arms down, straighten up that front leg. We'll step it forward. And then from here we'll come into our chair pose. So feet about hip width apart. We're going to bend those knees. Making sure you can still see your toes over the knees. From here we're going to tuck the tailbone in. Nice. We'll extend the arms overhead. Come back to stand. Nice. Cool. And from here, going back to the front of the mat, stepping that right foot behind. This time we're going to turn the right toes out to the side, but we've still got those left toes, the left foot pointing towards the front of the mat. We want those hips facing out to the side as well. We're coming into a warrior two pose. So we're going to bend that left knee. If you need to adjust yourself, do so. We're going to bend that left knee, still focusing on those hips pointing out to the side, arms coming up shoulder height. We're going to turn to face the left hand. Nice. So we're going to keep the arms where they are. We're going to straighten out that left leg. And from here we're coming to our triangle pose. So keeping the arms extended, you're going to lean over towards the left side. And then you're going to bring the top part of that left hand towards the inner part of your left leg. Keep breathing in this pose. Don't worry about how far you can get in this pose, just give it a try. Practice makes perfect. Okay, slowly bring it back up. Still keeping the arms where they are, we're going to pivot the feet. So now the left foot is pointing out to the side. The right foot pointing towards the front of the mat. We're going to come back to a warrior two and the other side. So we're going to bend that right knee, turn to face the right hand. So still keeping the arms where they are, straighten out that right leg. We're going to lean over towards the right side now, bring in the top part of that right hand, down the inside of that right leg, sorry. Good, keep breathing guys. And then we'll slowly bring it back up from there. We'll bring the arms down. We'll step that left foot forward, bringing us back to the front of the mat. From here we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bending the knees as we come down. And then from here, bring the knees down to the mat. And then we'll come to sit in our easy pose, in our cross-legged pose. Okay, so we can sit here with the palms open, or you can place the hand on the chest and the tummy, but we're just going to take 5 deep breaths here. thank you for joining me for that short yoga sequence. And if you feel that wasn't enough, then you can repeat that as many times as you feel. So again, thank you, and I'll see you soon.